time out there. Yeah, big kibbles. Yeah, big kibbles. All right. You're all nice and cold, huh? I think it's gonna be a cold one tonight. Mm-hmm. Oh. Oh, you big old gal. You're a big old mighty. Oh, yeah. You want to say hi to all the people? You think you want to get a little snow, maybe? We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Smell like outdoors. Yeah. Good evening. I can't see you. Hold on. There you are. Hey there. Hey there. I was watching that guy's show. What the hell's his name? You turned me on to this channel. Just ooh. Gigi, the bread maker, man, she just fessed up. First of all, she's married. Second of all, she's got a real good paying job. Third of all, they took her husband's health benefits. And I guess for 30 years, she's been having trouble with her lungs.
Haagen-Dazs quarts for a penny. We'll take it. How much are they? Oh, they're $5? Yeah, I'll take one. Yeah. I was wondering if they were a penny, I was taking them off. Yeah. You guys will probably fix that. Haagen-Dazs quarts for a penny. We'll take it.
All right, we get the understanding, man. So anyway, she got this and $38,000 for treatment when she goes for her treatment. Now they want to pay it. They want them to pay for it. Her to pay for it. Anyways, good morning. We got the door open. You said you were listening to Rhonda's poem to me. Is that on her playlist? I just couldn't pass one of them cooked chickens up. So I got a couple days. Oh, yeah, I was asking you about where'd you find Rhonda's poem? PM. I understand. Wonder where Sis has been. On my channel? Oh, I didn't even know that. Not that I don't care about it. You know, up there I got Just Wentz fabulous picture. What she post on Facebook? Tell her to get in here. She ain't doing nothing. I know. I just don't think it's proper. I really don't think it's proper for me to bow down. I called Chewy too. They wanted me to do a review of Chewy on Facebook. So I called them up. I said, hey, I'm not on Facebook. And these son of a bitches want me to do facial recognition. They already know who I am. And she said, I wouldn't do that. I says, really? I thought this was really neat. I think I sent it to you.
To collectively give themselves a mild form of jet lag.
God bless
daylight savings time. Clocks move.
God bless Arizona.
Oh, we're doing it for the farmers. No, the farmers hate it, and they always have. Cows do not care what your clock says. But I know you're thinking, surely there must be some good reason for this. Surely. Tell you what, I'll give you the evidence and you can decide. Some people say that this is all down to Benjamin Franklin, because when he was living in Paris in 1784, he wrote a complaint where he calculated the amount of candle wax that the city could save if only the French would get out of bed when the sun rose. He didn't suggest changing the clocks, though. Instead, he suggested taxing anybody who had shutters on their windows, limiting the amount of candle wax that a family were allowed to have, and firing literal cannons in the streets to scare the French out of bed. He wasn't inventing daylight savings. He was actually just being a massive troll. There was a guy called George Hudson who did suggest it in 1895 in New Zealand. He loved collecting bugs, but he was very annoyed that by the time he finished work, it was too dark for him to go out and tit around with his hobby. Then in 1907, there was a guy who actually got the ball rolling. This was a Freemason called William Willett, and he was out on his horse early one summer morning and was disgusted that everybody's blinds were still drawn. Now, William was a massive fan of playing golf and was obviously annoyed that his evening games were cut short by the sunset. So he wrote this pamphlet called The Waste of Daylight, in which he suggested changing the concept of time itself just so he could get another 9 holes in, which I think we can all agree is a sensational level of entitlement. Anyway, by the First World War, the Germans thought it might be a good idea to help them save on coal. And because it was wartime, loads of other countries copied them. And we have basically been stuck with it in some form or another ever since. Now, to be clear, people have checked and it does not save on energy. What it does do is cause a 6% increase in the number of fatal car accidents the next day and up to a 24% jump in heart attacks, plus a huge spike in workplace injuries, and it messes up everybody's circadian rhythms. Which means, frankly, Franklin's cannon might have been a better idea after
Where's
all.
Lady?
Twice a year, a third of countries around the world decide to collectively give themselves a mild form of jet lag. I'm talking here about daylight savings time, clocks moving forwards in...
Where's that lady? You being stubborn? All right, we'll go to Quicksaw first. Come on. Boy, I wish you wouldn't drop it on the floor. No, get up here. Get up here. Don't take it all over the fucking place. God damn, man. Oh, never mind. where is it? Let's do this one. Extinct dog breeds. I give her something and she drops it on the floor, man. It's friggin' aggravating. Not that the floor is spotless or anything. Kick back, relax, Friday.
Trust that they did what was right. TurboTax was a breath of fresh air. My tax expert, she was amazing, very knowledgeable. She answered all of my questions. It all just felt super easy.
What's that?
The Irish Wolfhound was a very large hunting dog bred by the ancient Irish, first attested to in the year 391, when Roman consul Quintus Aurelius Symmachus was gifted 7 of the beasts to be used in fights against lions and bears. He wrote that all Rome viewed them with wonder. In 1571, English Jesuit priest Edmund Campion wrote, "The Irish are not without wolves and greyhounds to hunt them, bigger of bone and limb than a colt." But in 1786, the last wolf in Ireland was killed, leaving the massive Irish wolfhound without a job. They still hung around for a few years, with English natural history writer Thomas Bewick describing their aspect as mild, their disposition peaceful, and their strength so great that in combat the mastiff or bulldog was far from being an equal to them. But within a few years, their numbers dwindled drastically, and they eventually became extinct. However, in the late 1800s, British Army officer and dog breeder George Augustus Graham revived the Irish Wolfhound to the best of his ability by breeding dogs of a similar breed that were said to descend from the original Wolfhound. This is where the modern Irish Wolfhound came from the original Wolfhound.
The facial color. She had a complete mask on her face. She's a badass dog,
This is
I'll
where
tell
the
you.
modern Irish Wolfhound came from, which is today one of the largest of all dog breeds. Although Graham admitted this modern version was not the same as the original, only giving us a fair idea of what the original was, though undoubtedly considerably his inferior in size and power. And while the original probably wasn't all that much bigger, the Irish Wolfhound is just one example of a dog breed that went extinct and then came back, although there are many that only managed the going extinct part. Most, like the Irish Wolfhound, were bred for a particular purpose, and then, when that purpose became obsolete, people stopped breeding them. Perhaps the oddest example is the turnspit dog from Britain. As the name implies, it worked in kitchens, literally turning spits to cook meat by running on a big wheel. Yep. Kitchens would often have more than one turnspit dog, and they'd work in shifts, with natural history writer John George Wood writing, "The dogs were quite able to appreciate the lapse of time, and, if not relieved from their toils of the proper hour, would leap out of the wheel without orders, and force their companions to take their place and complete their portion of the daily toil." With long bodies and short, crooked legs, the turnspit dog was not highly regarded as a noble companion, and was seen more as a common, lowly mongrel, which is probably why it went extinct with advancements in cooking technology. Outside of cooking food, the dogs were also sometimes taken to church to serve as foot warmers, which leads us to the rather amusing story of a sermon in Bath in which the Bishop of Gloucester proclaimed, "It was then that Ezekiel saw the wheel, when several turnspit dogs leapt up and ran for the door at the mention of the word wheel." A turnspit dog named Whiskey actually survives in taxidermy. Conversely, the medieval English Talbot hound is regarded as very noble indeed, appearing in many heraldic crests and coats of arms. A hunting dog, the Talbot is thought to have been a small to medium white dog, not very fast, but highly regarded for its powerful nose. It may be related to the modern bloodhound. It's not entirely certain why this dog disappeared
Come here,
around
lady.
the 18th century. Perhaps the hunting dog market just became too competitive,
Lady.
but its impact is still felt today. You'll find many hotels and pubs across the British Isles that reference the Talbot. Even more distinguished were the King's White Hounds, a breed of white scent hounds maintained exclusively by French kings, from Louis XI to Louis XIV. Famous across Europe for their speed, Louis XIV began breeding them with slower hounds so he could keep up with them as he aged. Louis XV then disbanded the pack in 1725 in favour of English foxhound crosses, at which point the King's White Hounds faded from history.
That's insane. I can't see your screen from here anymore.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime and so much more when you join today.
I'm bringing my other half.
The Chichichi is thought to be the ancestor of the Chihuahua, existing in the Toltec civilization in the 9th century. Surviving depictions are hilarious. Spanish explorer Francisco Hernandez wrote of the dogs in 1578, claiming the native people ate them as commonly as rabbit. The Spanish often ate them too, and by the 19th century, they no longer existed. As annoying as I find these kinds of rat-like dogs, supposedly Chichichis were mute and could not bark, so maybe they weren't that bad. The Rastreador Brasileiro was a hunting dog bred in mid-20th century Brazil. This breed has been revived, so we have an idea of what it roughly looked like. Looks a bit like a beagle to me. The Rastreador Brasileiro was made to hunt jaguars and boars. What? This lovely little fella? You can't be sending him after those beasts. That's shocking. The Salish Wool Dog was bred by the Salish people of North America, who were renowned for their weaving and knitting despite not raising sheep. Yep, they used dog fur. Yes, that's a dog. The Salish Wool Dog was small with the long white hair. There is a surviving pelt from a Salish wool dog called Mutton, who died in 1859. By the start of the 1900s, they were all gone. The Molossus was a large and powerful livestock guardian from ancient Greece, widely believed to be the progenitor of modern mastiffs. It is most famous today for its representation in a Roman statue, itself a copy of a now-lost Greek statue, the Molossus being celebrated across the ancient world. Pliny the Elder mentions a similar statue that was so realistic and beautiful that it could not be insured with any sum of money, and instead its custodians were answerable for its safety with their lives. The Mexican lapdog was, you guessed it, a lapdog from Mexico. Just look at this drawing. Possibly related to the Chihuahua, it is thought to be the smallest breed of dog to ever exist, supposedly no bigger than a guinea pig. A tiny taxidermy specimen still survives to this day, but it's unknown if this really was the dog at full size or if this was a puppy. Passing off taxidermy puppies as curiously small dog breeds was a common hoax in the 19th century. The Hare Indian dog was bred in northern Canada by the Hare Indians for coursing. It's thought it may have been a mix of coyote. It was supposedly very playful and affectionate, rubbing its back against people like a cat. I'm mostly including it because some of the pictures of it are mad. The Grand Fauve de Bretagne was a French scent hound used to hunt wolves and boar from the 16th century to the late 19th. He looks nice in this picture, but the Grand Fauve de Bretagne was infamously unruly and difficult to control, known to cause chaos and kill livestock while on hunts. This and the dwindling wolf population in France may have contributed to its falling by the wayside. The Cordova fighting dog. This fearsome-looking fella was bred in Argentina until 1954. A mix of various types of mastiffs, the Cordova fighting dog was bred for dog fighting and was noted for its extreme aggressiveness and high pain tolerance, from which sprung an eager willingness to fight to the death. Dogfighting was made illegal in Argentina in 1954, so you no longer have to worry about one of these bad boys eating your toddler whole while you watch on helplessly. In contrast to those anti-social hooligans, here's another dog with a job. The Belgian Mastiff was used as a draft dog, using its muscular physique to pull carts of groceries. Or guns. Yes, after service in 2 world wars, man decided to maybe no longer use dogs to pull things. Except sled dogs, they're still employed. Not including the Argentine polar dog, of course. How could a dog be Argentinian and of a polar variety? The Argentine army bred them to haul freight around its bases in Antarctica. As a signatory of the Antarctic Treaty, Argentina was required to remove any exotic species it had introduced to the continent in 1994. This obviously included the Argentine polar dog, and several dozen of them were relocated to Argentina. Sadly, as they had existed in isolation for so long, they had no immunity to diseases common in other dogs, and many died shortly after. There are, of course, a whole host of other extinct dogs, but I'm not running a natural history encyclopedia. I just wanted to tell you about some interesting ones. I hope you found them interesting too. Which was your favourite? Who would win in a fight? Etc., etc. Let me know in the comments, and watch my other videos if you liked this one. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and join the channel membership to support me monetarily. Until next time, stay safe. Despite not raising sheep. Yep, they used dog for. What? The Salish wool dog was bred by the Salish people of North America, who were renowned for their weaving and knitting despite not raising sheep. No. The Salish wool dog was bred by the... What are you saying, lad? He looks nice in this picture, but the Grand Fauve... Fuck you. The Grand Fauve de Bretagne was a French... As a signatory of the Antarctic Treaty... As a signatory of the Antarctic Treaty, Argentina... Fuck's sake.
My old phone carrier was reaching their hand into my wallet and just helping themselves.
Yeah, Leslie got her paycheck stolen. I don't know how they do that, but Quixar, QXIR. Oh, come on, man. That ain't what I wanted to do. Oh, man. Did you enjoy that? Got another dog one for you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, Iran's making AI videos. Oh, they're fucking hilarious. I'll try to find him. I was trying to make a chicken sandwich for dinner. I got a cooked chicken. I got a baguette. I got some tomatoes. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Now.
With you, but quietly judging how you live. Not in a mean way, more like a disappointed life coach who didn't ask for this job but is now emotionally invested. Yeah, because humans really think they're the main character in the house. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, your dog is watching you like, this is the leader we went with? No offense, but some of your daily decisions are confusing at best. So today we're talking about the unspoken rules dogs expect you to follow. The ones they never explain, never write down, but fully assume you understand. Right. And the problem is you don't, which means from your dog's perspective, you're just improvising your way through a relationship that to them is extremely structured. Let's start with something simple, or at least simple for dogs. When you come home, that moment matters way more than you think. You might see it as just walking through the door, but your dog sees it as the human has returned, a existence is stable again. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Dogs don't process time like you do. Yeah. They don't go, oh, they'll be back in 3 hours. They experience absence and then suddenly presence. So when you come back and act calm, distracted, that's confusing. Right. That's like someone reappearing after disappearing and then acting like nothing happened. Mm-hmm. Your dog is ready for a full emotional reunion and you're giving email energy. Mm-hmm. Then here's the part humans don't realize. Your reaction teaches them how important they are. Mm-hmm. And if your return is a big deal, they feel it. Mm-hmm. If it's nothing, they still feel that too. Now let's talk about food, because this is where humans accidentally become villains. Yeah. When you eat in front of your dog, you think you're just eating, but your dog thinks we are now participating in a shared survival ritual. So when you sit there eating something that smells like heaven and go, this is not for you, your dog is like, okay, so we're dividing resources now? And don't even get me started on the fake excuses. You wouldn't like this? Be serious. Your dog once tried to eat a sock. They would absolutely like it. It's not even about the food sometimes. It's about inclusion. They want to be part of the moment and not just a background character watching you live your best life with snacks. Here's something that feels small but is actually huge. You are your dog's entire sense of structure. Not your phone, not the clock, not the sun. You. Right. And when you're inconsistent, it doesn't just mess up their routine. It messes up their understanding of reality. Imagine your entire world running on one system, and that system randomly changes its rules every day. Yeah. That's what it feels like when feeding times, walks, or even your mood shifts unpredictably. Your dog isn't being dramatic. They're trying to recalibrate their entire existence. Consistency to a dog isn't boring. Difference between I know what life is and I am currently guessing everything. Let's fix a misunderstanding. A walk is not a chore. It's not something you get over with. Yeah. For your dog, it's one of the most important parts of being alive. Exactly. That walk is information, stimulation, identity, and purpose all combined. Every smell is a message. Yeah. Every stop is context. Yeah. Every moment outside is data collection. So when you rush them, pull them, or treat it like a checklist item, your dog is like, why are we speed running my entire existence right now? Yeah. You're thinking efficiency.
Using Jell-O the wrong way if your goal is to lose belly fat. If you want to burn abdominal fat, you need to use Jell-O the right way. Ladies, let's get straight to it. Apple cider vinegar, lemon, turmeric, and powdered Jell-O. They tried to silence me, but now I'm going to show you the recipe.
Looks like you had trouble with a big belly before.
Not the same thing. Right. Now let's talk about something humans are very attached to: privacy. Dogs do not understand it at all. Zero understanding. If you exist in a space, they believe they should also exist in that space. That's just logical to them. So when you close a door, especially for something like the bathroom, your dog is like, okay, something suspicious is happening. Yeah. Why am I excluded? Yeah. Is this a meeting? Is this a secret? Yeah. They're not being clingy. Yeah. They're maintaining awareness. Yeah. In their mind, separation without explanation equals potential problem. Humans are very word focused. Dogs are not. You can say anything, but your tone is what they actually hear. Which means you can literally say nonsense, and if your tone is warm, they feel safe. But if your tone shifts slightly, even with kind words, they pick up on that instantly. This is why dogs sometimes react to things that seem random to you. Yeah. It's not random, it's emotional detection. They're not listening to your sentences, they're listening to your state. Let's clear something up. Dogs don't understand ownership the way humans do. Your bed, your couch, your blanket, those are just shared resources. They don't see it as taking your space. Right. They see it as participating in a safe, comfortable environment. Yeah. So when your dog slowly expands across the bed like a starfish, that's not disrespect. That's trust combined with confidence. And honestly, the fact that they sleep deeply next to you, that's one of the highest forms of trust they can give. Here's a subtle one. Dogs expect to be acknowledged. Not constantly, but consistently. Yes. Because in their mind, connection is ongoing. It's not something you turn on and off like a light switch. So when they walk up to you, make eye contact, or just sit nearby, Mm-hmm. That's not random. That's a check-in. Yeah. And if you ignore it, they escalate. Yeah. Because from their perspective, the connection just dropped and they're trying to reconnect. Mm-hmm. This one is the most important. Your dog experiences life through you more than you realize. Mm-hmm. Your mood, your energy, your reactions, those become their reference point. If you're tense, they feel it. If you're calm, they settle, which means you are not just part of their life. Mm-hmm. You are the emotional center of it. Mm-hmm. And that's a level of responsibility humans don't always fully see. Mm-hmm. So when you put all of this together, it changes something. Yeah. Because suddenly your dog isn't just a pet in your house. Mm-hmm. They're an observer of your patterns, your emotions, your consistency, your presence. And all these rules aren't really rules. Mm-hmm. They're expectations built from trust. Mm-hmm. Exactly. But your dog isn't asking you to be perfect. Yeah. They're asking you to be understandable. Yeah. There's one more rule that almost never gets talked about, and it's kind of uncomfortable when you realize it. Mm-hmm. Your dog assumes that when you say something, it means something. Not just in the moment, but consistently. So when you call them and then don't follow through, or you say later and nothing happens, it doesn't register as a small thing. Yeah, because dogs don't separate words and actions the way humans do. To them, your voice is a promise system.
You had a good
it's
day
how
today?
reality gets explained. So when that
the ball?
system becomes unpredictable, they don't think, oh, human inconsistency. I don't fully understand how this world works anymore. And that's why even small follow-through matters more than big gestures. Not because they need perfection, but because they build trust out of patterns you don't even notice you're creating. So maybe next time you walk through the door, you pause a second longer. Maybe you let the walk be slower. Maybe you respond to that random look. And because from your dog's perspective, those small moments are not small at all.
You gonna sing
they're the
to Leslie?
structure of everything. Yeah. And
And
here's
workers?
the part that hits
Come
a little
on.
different. You might only be thinking about these things now.
Did you?
But your dog has been living by them the entire time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe. And for true dog lovers, we have great subscriptions on our channel. Definitely check them out. And then we'll see you in the next video. Bye!
I've been a pastor for over 20 years.
I'm really sorry to hear that. Maybe go see a good psychiatrist.
Close attention to.
Oh, well. Maybe they can help you. I love that cartoon that Carol did on her come on, man. Oh, way to go. Oh, it was funny. Donald Trump's sitting with a psychiatrist. No, I can't find it. Oh, yeah. Where'd she go? What I pass it? Oh, this was called for an uprising.
YouTube says it has had enough of vaccine misinformation on its site.
And false stories from phony sites to run circles around major news outlets.
Many people don't know the difference between something created to deceive them.
Open your eyes.
If you've ever had this feeling that
the IDF here's the plans that they have for ISIS, and here's the plans that they have for Hamas, and look, here's the plans Iran has for the United States of America, and here's what and they believe it because they're so indoctrinated with media and video games and all that stuff. It's become a reality to them, so they don't even need to make real good propaganda. They're using AI-generated propaganda. Literally, they're showing you Lego toys. I kid you not. As you saw in the
Did you
news,
see this?
they're showing you Legos of Trump and Netanyahu.
I don't
and
think
Satan
this has ever happened
sitting at a table, looking at a book that has to do
in the
with Epstein.
history.
Again, using Epstein, government-created psych. This is nothing more than a government-created psyop. Does not mean that the people who are.
So did you see it? Is what I asked. No, not yet. Okay. Because I don't want to play it if you already seen it. Because we got two lurkers. And they're deciding whether they can come in. They can come in. All right. You do
listed
this.
on these lists, or that Netanyahu, or that Trump, or that Epstein himself aren't involved in these sexual pedo rings. Of course they are. This is a massive network. All of these people in power are involved in it. But you would never know who Jeffrey Epstein
I thought this
was
was really
if
good.
the government didn't
Wait
want you
till
to know
the
who
end.
he was. If he had
You
all this
get to see
information on
all
all
the
these
young
different
girls,
people,
you know.
he would have been Jimmy Hoffa overnight. You never would have known who he was in the first place. They feed you this stuff. They feed you these emails. They feed you these leaks. They give it to you little by little so that you could break it down or go to your favorite, controlled influencer or brain dead influencer who will then reread the stuff that the government's feeding you and say, look whose names are on the list. It's Tom Hanks. It's this person. Well, yeah, those people are definitely pedophiles. I have no doubt about it. We've all people have been exposing all of these things for a long period of time, way before the Epstein files, going back, like I've said, to McMartin, and even before that. We all know that they're involved in these rings. The difference is that the government is giving you this stuff. If they didn't want you to know who Epstein was, if they didn't want you to know names on lists, they wouldn't tell you. This is about sabotage. And eventually, this is going to bring down the government and bring in AI governance. Because once all this stuff continues to get revealed and they tell you that so-and-so is on a list, a Republican, a Democrat, everybody's compromised in Congress, guess what? The resolutions could be, we can't trust humans anymore. And we need to be governed through artificial intelligence because humans are racist, humans are pedophiles, humans are this, humans are that. We need something that's fair, right? Remember all those words that we hear from the United Nations and the World Economic Forum about equality. We need something that's all about equality. There's no judgment whatsoever. Artificial intelligence, technology, right? Meanwhile, all of that technology will be programmed against us. So some of the stuff out there is showing you, again, Lego figures. So we're supposed to believe that the military in Iran has, they always show us them like looking like, they're living in tents and they're living in caves. They're making AI generated videos that they're putting on Twitter and on YouTube for the world to see because they care so much, right? About what the rest of the world thinks about them. Oh, this is to psychologically convince you that the governments are at war with one another. That's what this is for, when they're really just at war with their own people. They've turned on their people. They are all completely compromised. They have all committed treason against their own countries. And this is why and how we will see a new world order brought in. But we're supposed to believe that Iran is, hey, they sat in a room and they said, let's put some videos out there so that we don't look like the bad guy, as if they care, number one. Then they go, well, let's do AI, right? They're so, they're supposedly so, strict in their belief system. No, they're going to make AI videos. And they're like, hey, somebody just came in there. They're like, how about we do it with Lego guys? Yeah. And they're all in the room. Yeah, let's do it with Lego guys. We have a Lego Trump. It's ridiculous. But this plays into the mind of the plebeians in America, or the dumbed down sheeple in America who think that the government in Iran would actually release this as if they care about the perspective of Americans on Iran, right? And what does it do? Well, it causes more division in America because we have pro-Palestine, we have pro-Israel. This is all part of the game. And then, of course, they bring Epstein into the whole thing, showing you the kids holding up the Epstein file, showing you a little girl on the island, the famous picture of the temple on Epstein Island. Nobody looks underground. Everybody looks above ground. And if you're dumb enough to actually believe that all of these people, all of these celebrities would fly into an island that you could openly see if you drove a boat by and they're committing these acts in a little temple on an island above ground, then you need to really, really slap yourself in the face and wake up. Because all of this stuff is done underground. Your tax money for a long period of time has built an underground world. There's underground tunnels, networks, highway systems under our feet where all this occurs. That's how these kids vanish off the face of the earth. You can't vanish off the face of the earth anymore, okay? Trust me, I've tried. And I think I'm as close as I could get now. But you
I
really,
thought he was going
you
to
see
play
these
it.
people going missing. It's
He
that
will.
go missing. The track. It's all occurring underground. Mainstream. Pedophiles didn't hang. Now we have the why.
Well, we
to
need to
bring
get
in all of the sheeple who believe in
what
all
was
of these
Anton?
psyops.
Anton
Now,
will find
these
him.
two things that
Come on.
the whole war that
There we go.
take a look at this.
I think he should have come clean with the files. I think the whole world knows what's going on. And I can't see that. And the whole world will soon know what fate awaits them. This is another one. I want to look these up. You can find them on YouTube. Anton can find the underground. Oh, yeah. Them too. Let's not forget them.
And again, what's the common theme here, right? America is killing children. Trump got burning in hell, right? What were some of the things we saw in remembrance of?
So that don't mean I'm bringing up any anti-Trump or any of the war. I just thought this sent a good message. And I think if he kept to his word, release the files. Look, I'm in there. I ate some children. Oh, nice. You know what I mean? Just be straight. I know. Must have been. Okay, where are we going to go next? Oh, 2 and 2. Hey, good evening, you shy character. Come on in. I got dealership quoted them $8,600. Well, I'll even open in the hood. Ford dealer. Not empty. Let's go here. Lake Powell. We have a real nice day today. Here, sunshine, chemtrails, of course. Oh, I owe you $1. I didn't meet my 12. I think I only had 4 or 5 views. So I got to send you $1. I told you.
You want to file free? Hit it.
Most people think Lake Powell is disappearing, but what they're really seeing are the edges, the first places to dry up as water levels drop. Move out into the main channels, then to the bays, then the story changes fast. Today, I'll show you how much water is still here, what conditions actually look like, and how the National Park Service is keeping the lake usable.
they rebuilt these massive boat ramps.
We're at State Line Auxiliary Launch Ramp. Some of you guys may have seen my other videos, which showcases Lone Rock and how low the water level is. But that's not the whole picture. We're going to go out further into the bays and deeper water, and we're going to show what Lake Powell looks like and how much water is actually left here in the lake. Looks like Park Service has put down the boiler plates ready to go for State Line Auxiliary Launch Ramp when it reaches that lower level. There's a launch ramp that ends right there. So we got 8 feet. Okay, let's go check out the lake. Most of what people are seeing right now are the edges of Lake Powell, areas that naturally dry out first as water levels drop. These areas weren't meant to hold water at these lower elevations.
Houseboats.
As the lake drops,
Huge
access points go first. Ramps, shorelines, and shallow coves quickly change, long before the deeper canyon sections of the lake are affected. Further up there towards Antelope, then back towards the dam, there's still a good amount of water in the main channel. We're gonna head over towards the dam. But once you move into the main channel, the scale changes fast. The lake is still wide and deep. Right now, Lake Powell is sitting at roughly 23% of full capacity. That's low, but it still represents millions of acre-feet of stored water behind Glen Canyon Dam. We're at the backside of Glen Canyon Dam. You can see the trash racks over here. And to the bottom of the river is 343 feet of water. Okay, we're going to go upstream. We're going to go towards Antelope Point. Lake Powell's infrastructure is adapting. Marinas and ramps are being repositioned to match where the water is now. Okay, we're at the Antelope Point Marina. Main channel right here. You could get about 2 houseboats coming through here. No problem.
Oh, they're
pretty deep,
amazing.
300-something feet. Yeah, so those are the new rentals right there. Yacht house. Then there's the old ones right there. So that's pretty cool. They look nice.
When we hit 2 million subscribers, I'm going to take you all out.
It's looking like $6.91 per gallon regular, or no, that's
wow, that's not too bad at the boat ramp.
$7.16 for diesel. Okay, that's the prices looking like right now, guys. Okay, back at Antelope Point. There's the hill going up. We'll try to get some shots of that. And right here, summertime, about to happen. A lot of work going on the docks right now. Any of you guys got a houseboat here? Nothing's been moved. I don't know if they're going to move anything in Antelope.
They amaze the hell out of me,
man. Obviously, Bullfrog is going to be the spot. They're moving everything, but this is what they got going on, Antelope Point. There's the Adonias. Money, money, money. Yeah, all these boats are going to be good in the deep channel. They're just going to have to extend it going down as the lake drops, but all the expensive Adonias looking good over here.
For a while.
All right, well, it looks like you can't get your boat back here for the private slip ramp.
Really?
But besides that, you're going to have to go to Auxiliary State Line if you're going to launch anything right now. So the word is that they're going to actually start making another launch ramp over here sooner or later. So I guess the rumor is that the launch ramp is going to be here, and it's going to be where you can pull your boat into deeper water right over here. So I don't know if it's private, which most likely it will be, or public, but apparently they're going to cut it down, and this is where you're going to be able to launch your boat. Okay, we're going to go up the main channel and try to head up lake. In the summertime, this is going to be completely congested. The cut is still not open, about 50 feet. So let's get going. According to the National Park Service, lake access is expected to remain available through the summer season at Auxiliary State Line Launch Ramp.
We have that happen here in the winter, in the summer.
It's a Gunside Bay,
and I got to light the stove. I just can't handle it.
This is what we got out here. All right, as you can see, there's still a decent amount of water in this bay. So you're good to go if you come up here. Good amount of water in Padre Bay. We'll go further up. There should be more. There's always going to be a more amount of water up here because the lake spreads out a lot. We're out in the canyon area. So we're going to keep going up.
There?
Got one boater out right now enjoying the sights pretty much by himself up here. Best time of the year to come up. Then we got another guy further down over there. Land ho. Okay, let's see how muddy it is. Oh, it's not that bad. A little bit of quicksand. Kind of quicksandy, not bad.
That's cool. At least you got some social life.
No, it's a little muddy, but once you get something good up here, like this kind of sand, it's not too bad.
The elks over in Waterville,
right on the shoreline,
have dinners every Friday night.
There we are. The fam over there. Then we'll go up top up here.
Never been.
We can actually find facts right on the beach. Water levels become so low. Padre Bay was one of the most important spots because you could cross here with the crossing of the Father. So indigenous people actually knew about this place. So it was just found right in the water, just like that.
It was looking just like that. It was just like that. And I'm like, that's a weird red rock.
Yeah, huh?
And I pulled it out and went like this.
Let me see.
And you can see it's got the algae under it.
Oh, wow, yeah.
I don't know what
that's
this
crazy.
is. It's another invasive species.
Probably not like mussels, huh? That's insane.
You can see where he's chipped it.
Yeah.
Chip,
Sure.
chip, and it's missing the big spear tip because it broke off. But you can see where they've worked it.
Wow.
Worked it all the way around, and then that's where
Off it all Friday.
Or it could be a
well, you know.
That's cool. Well, we're going to put it back. We're going to throw it in the
There's
water.
a lot of
where it belongs.
A lot of people that don't really
down
have
there.
outlets, you know.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, there's several guys I talked to on radio in their 80s. Wow.
Oh, interesting. All right, let's go up there.
I don't think that's obsidian, that's chert, I think.
Breathing a little hard. Made it above high water line. You can see where the lake would come in with the tamarisk trees.
But at least you got, you know,
to steel-toed boots.
just wear your safety glasses.
Literally. Shop Granger's vast inventory of safety products. Call, click, or just stop by.
There's Gunsight. There we go. Okay, we have Gunsight Butte there. Then we have the vast Padre Bay. Lake Powell's biggest bay. Still has a decent amount of water in it right there, as you could see. All the way down Dominguez Butte right there. We're going to pan around. I'm not going to try to go too fast. The main channel, Navajo Mountain. If you go up lake over there, there'd be Last Chance Bay. Then the classic Glen Canyon Buttes. There's still water in Lake Powell, you know, and I apologize to anybody if I may have made you think that there wasn't any water up here, but Padre Bay is full. The outer edges, like Lone Rock, have changed a lot over the years, and Lone Rock's one of the first places to really drop. So that's on the outer edges of Lake Powell. But once you get further in, once you get past all the busyness when it comes to the main channel and launching, you can find your own private oasis still. So the lake is still good. You guys can come out here if you want. Got a boat coming in right over here in the main channel. This guy has it good. Very beautiful. Only guy on the water besides us and another boater. But Lake Powell is still good. You could still come up here.
You travel 50, 60 miles.
Do your thing. Wakeboarding,
you find a nice little inlet.
Okay, I'm going to walk down to the beach. Then we're going to keep exploring. We're going to keep checking everything out. So
cook some burgers on the bobby. Oh, my friends from the south call them hamburger steak.
Now, what could this be? From a hull of a boat or something. It's been sitting on the bottom for a minute. It's got mussels growing on it. Right over here.
Oh, what the hell that is?
That's interesting. I don't know what the heck that was, but we're going to go around and we'll hit the different sites. We'll try to go around Gunsight.
I had to do that with a houseboat.
All right. Yeah, houseboat would be a lot harder.
Yeah, if you were going to take rent one of them houseboats
we're entering Padre Bay on the backside
for the week, and that's what I have planned when we hit 2 million subscribers. We'll meet down there in early March.
So you guys are good to go. All right, we're further into Padre Bay. Further up would be Rainbow Bridge. What would be dangling rope up there through the main channel over here. But as you can see, Padre Bay, plenty of space to do your activities, houseboating, wakeboarding, all your things. Padre Bay is going to be the way to go this summer. Looking nice and glass, man. No one out here. If you guys want to come out here before the summertime season even starts, right now
I like
is
that
the time.
thing he's wearing.
So I'd recommend it. Ain't nobody out here.
I've seen a couple guys at Bonneville wearing them. They're really nice sunblock.
I really hope this helps the boaters of Lake Powell understanding that there is water here. So we're going to go over to Gunsight and check it out. Okay, I don't know if you could see it on camera, but if you're coming into Gunsight, there's a lot of rocks over here. So you want to go a little slow coming through here. So 38 feet, at least coming through here. You got to follow the main channel if you're coming through Gunsight. Rocks popping out of the water over here. Then we got good beaches here for houseboats. Houseboats are good over here. Well, we got a cave over here. Apparently it's 72 feet right here. Where's the water at? Oh, there's some seepage coming out of the rock. So when Lake Powell failed, the sandstone absorbed a lot of water. So I think a lot of it's still coming out. Got some caves over there too. Maybe some ancestral Puebloans live there. But look at the beach. Lot of space for houseboating right now. Right in Gunsight. Gunsight's going to be the spot, guys. So I'd recommend you come early, come fast, but right at the base of it. Okay, we're gonna stop at a beach. I'll show you guys what it looks like. All right, let's see how good the dirt is. Not bad. There we go. Gun Sight 2026. Yeah, you guys are good. Obviously, the lake goes down. This won't be here, but there is plenty of beach space here over at Gun Sight. So I need to clarify some things with you guys. I don't mind if the lake drops, and I don't mind if the lake rises. I grew up here, so I understand what the lake is like. It always goes up and down. But the thing is, I've always wanted to see the lake full since I was a little kid. But now, as the lake drops, we're seeing levels we haven't seen since the early 60s of when Glen Canyon Dam was first pretty much built. So understanding this is that we are living in history in the making. And if you come out here, you need to understand that you're seeing something that people haven't seen in decades. So this is an amazing spot to be. And come out here, enjoy the sights, because you're doing something that no one has ever done, unless it was 40 years ago, 50 years ago. So come out here and enjoy it, guys. What you got there?
Golf ball.
Golf ball.
From the rich guys.
Yeah, huh? The rich guys with their houseboats,
don't leave it
shooting
there.
golf balls off. Well, there's one. Let's see if we can find more. Here we go. Damn. Here's another one. Okay, so what is that? 4? 5 golf balls at Gun Sight. All right, we're going to test some quicksand. Got some water leaching out of the sand over here. Let's see how bad this is when it comes to quicksand. Okay, I'm going to zoom out. Let's show you. Okay, not bad. Oh, yeah, that's quicksand. You're going to have to pull me out, dude. Ugh.
I wouldn't even screw around like that.
Didn't the Park Service just do a quicksand thing? Oh, my God. Oh, this is true quicksand. I'm sinking, dude. Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Okay, folks. Don't play around with the quicksand. Oh, my God.
It's not a joke.
Oh, that's pretty funny, dude. The other quicksand I did at Lone Rock wasn't as bad. You just...
Park Service is not joking about quicksand.
Yeah, no, I get it. All right, folks, quicksand is real. Don't mess around unless you want to, and you're not gonna get stuck. Yeah, what kind of track is that?
Look, it's little.
Some of you guys might know out there.
Look at little paw prints.
That has to be a frog.
No,
it's jumping
like
multiple.
Little,
What is that? All right, we're out of here. We're gonna head further downstream, back towards Antelope.
Beautiful sky.
Hey, we're going into Navajo Canyon.
Oh, is this pretty or
right
what?
at the tapestry wall. Wow, that's a good amount. Very high up. This is Lake Powell in 2026. The lake is going to continue to go down, but there's a lot of water still in the lake. Low water changes how you use Lake Powell, but it doesn't take the lake away. There's still water here, but accessibility is now a major concern in 2026. All right, we're back at State Line Auxiliary Launch Ramp. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Padre Bay is going to be the spot to be this summer. It's the most water pretty much in Lake Powell. Wahweap is going to be kind of congested. But I really wanted to show you the lake and how much water is actually here. Auxiliary State Line, where I'm at here, is going to be where majority of people are going to be launching this summer. It's going to be congested. The main channel is going to be congested. So once you guys get past all that and you go into Padre Bay, that's going to be the spot to be. So the lake is still here. Enjoy. Come. Enjoy the summertime. No need to cancel plans. You can make it here. Park Service is going to take care of business. And I'll see you next time, okay? Peace out, guys.
Yeah, they probably give you a hard time with a dog there. That is Park Service. What do you want to do? You want to keep going?
Getting hard and getting turned on are not the same thing. That is why
Getting hard and getting turned on are not the same thing.
if you felt resistant to
Okay. Did you like that? Man, I hope you get some relief. You get some rain or something there. I don't even know what to tell you. I know it was 106 in Oklahoma. It ain't seeing much but tornadoes. Good to see you, MJ. I'm trying to stay away from the cover-up war. Oh, you want to watch this? Laura's Farm. She's bitching about $5 a gallon diesel. Nebraska was always good on my trip for buying gas. They weren't nowhere near as bad as like Utah was terrible gas prices. We'll go to Nebraska, the MJ, and see if you get any updates on those fires.
A month ago, this tractor would have cost $450 to fill up to the top with diesel. Now it costs over $600. Farmers, along with everyone else, are suffering the consequences of constantly rising diesel prices. But what are you going to do about it? The farming has to get done. Today, we've got a great tractor job to do. As a farmer, every part of my life involves some type of fuel, whether that be gas, propane, but especially diesel. It's what it takes to run my pickup trucks, my tractors, my semi-trucks. But it's not just farmers who are using diesel every single day. So much of the world runs off diesel. At the farm, we keep red diesel fuel readily on hand. But for the pickup trucks, the clear stuff, we got to come to town. America would be nowhere without the transportation of goods. And these semi-trucks are running nonstop down the road. And while they're doing that, they are burning so much diesel fuel. Very few things are displayed to you every single day like fuel prices. They're absolutely lining the sides of the road in bright neon signs. They're impossible to miss. It's so easy to visualize the price of gas going up every single day. Day after day, morning, noon, and night, these trucks are going down the road, burning fuel. But where would we be without
some
them?
about 6
When your
6
livelihood
miles per
relies
gallon
on your truck getting down the
with
road,
no wind.
high diesel fuel costs cut into your profits. And you know, at the end of the day, it's not really the love that drives us. Something has to go in the tank. This one hurts. I don't think I have ever put over $100 in this tank. I've got a 22-gallon tank. Put $103.
I got a 35-gallon tank.
No matter how high the diesel fuel prices get, there's still no option, especially going into planting season. When the tractor is empty, you've got to fill it up. And my chain broke, so don't let me forget to put this back on. We've got a fuel trailer that usually is really nice to mobily fill up our equipment in the fields, especially during times like planting and harvest. But we also have a lot of bulk on-farm storage of fuel. Fortunately, now is not a great time to fill that up. We're still using what's left of the fuel trailer from harvest. The fuel we have stored in here is a lot cheaper than the stuff we could buy today. Let's get this fired up, shall we?
Oh, electric.
Let's see how many gallons we put in. This little red indicator gauge right here, that's the last of the cheap fuel. In this trailer isn't any regular fuel. It is off-road diesel, meaning it has been dyed a beautiful red color, and it's not taxed because we are not driving this equipment down the road.
We looked it up.
It's going straight from the farm to our field.
And there's a lot of people that buy red diesel, kerosene, we call it.
Don't drink this
and
stuff, though.
they use it in kerosene heaters, and they're breathing that shit. It's nasty.
Almost 150 gallons. We put in 149.5. But I started rolling the counter back to zero after I'd already started filling. So I'm going to say we put exactly 150 gallons of red diesel in. If I were to do that where you live, what would it cost me? Does Nebraska have cheap or expensive fuel compared to where you live?
$11 a gallon. Oh, I wish you made this bigger. Netherlands, $11.50 per gallon. Finland, $2.03 a liter. $5.39, $5. Nobody's writing in from California. Price of diesel in Prince Edward Island, Eastern Canada, that's north of me, is $6.49. I saw diesel $5.89. Atlanta. Yeah, the ones in California, like sis.
Cheap or expensive fuel compared to where you live. But that's not all it takes to run a new tractor, no.
DEF.
You gotta put DEF in, or diesel exhaust fluid as well. This trailer is so handy. It's got everything, basically just the touch of a button.
Diabetes isn't a death
That
sentence,
ain't cheap
but it is
neither. I don't know if she's going to
absolutely a
tell
life
us.
sentence. After the meeting with
But
Susan
the
Collins,
urea
told my
comes
wife
from
and son.
Iran, by the
My
way.
wife came back. She was 10 feet tall. She felt like we had a
As
power
I
line
understand
on
it.
our side. Thank you, Senator Collins. Please continue delivering for T1 families.
All right. I seen a pretty good advertisement if you have an Arby's near you. Arby's offering a big
Kind of
fish
ironic you're wearing
sandwich
a
now.
gasoline forever
Looks really
shirt.
good.
Good save. Anybody else like watching car stuff on YouTube, or just Grant?
I love watching car stuff. Speaking of old vehicles, should we get the old Ford truck out?
Is it time? Maybe a little cruise around the countryside? Also, kind of while we're on the topic of diesel fuel, what do you guys do with all your used oil? Walking through this shed, just about everything that's parked in here runs on diesel. A loader, new
What do you do with
combine,
the
but even the old combine.
diesel?
The world's been
The
running on
old
diesel for a
drain
long
fuel?
time. We're
Put a
done
couple
with the disc for now,
magnets
so
in
we're
it,
going
let
to
it
get
sit
that
for a
unhooked.
year,
It's a pretty simple
and
machine.
then skim
Just
out
lower
the
it
top
down,
half
undo the hydraulics. Oh yeah, and take this pin out.
and reuse it.
Wow, that was smooth.
You know, I could do all this stuff by myself, but it's really important that every farmer has a good farm wife. I didn't even have to get out of the cab to unhook. Thanks, Laura.
Disc is unhooked. Time to hook on to the implement we're going to be using today. As my dad loves to say, teamwork makes the dream work. I sure wish things weren't so dry around here. Snow sure is fun to play in the wintertime and can be kind of a pain to move. But winters that have been as dry as the one that we just had, meaning we didn't get any snow at all, it's going to be a
There you
dry
go,
planting season. That
MJ.
makes me nervous. Because you know what else runs on diesel fuel? Our pivots. We're going to have to start running pivots as soon as the seed goes in the ground. Hooking up the root slicer is even easier than unhooking discs because there's only one hydraulic. All you do is just scoop it up, plug those in. Now, let's get out to the field and burn some diesel fuel, shall we? Riding around in a tractor is one of the best ways to spend the day. So, I encourage you to imagine yourself in this buddy seat with me. And today, we are root slicing. So, I hope you packed a water bottle, packed some
Root
snacks.
slicing.
We got a full day ahead of us. I hope you're ready.
Look at the
This
dust.
is the bean stubble that's left over from harvest. As you can see, there's still a good bit of stalk left. And this is right where I want to plant this year. The planter would not ride very smooth over this. So the tops break off just fine. They're pretty hard and brittle. But what's left under there is the root system of the bean plant from last year. Our goal is, once we get done with this pass, to just have a smooth planting bed for our corn.
Jesus
And this is after.
Christ.
Check that out.
Look at that. Bone
Just
dry.
smooth, crumbly dirt ready to be planted into. Now I gotta run back and get it in the cab. Speaking of running, oh, it's dusty. I'm running the New York City Marathon again this year. I've honestly spent more time than usual in a tractor cab this winter because of our pond project. Put a lot of hours on this tractor, going back and forth, scraping out dirt for our pond. However, there's something different about being in a tractor doing field work. It feels so good. And it makes me think of spring.
These things dry
We're
by
not
themselves,
quite
by the
there
way.
yet, but planting season is just around the corner. It's jobs like this we have to get out of the way before we can get planting now. And trust me, it makes all the difference in the world. This is a high-speed operation, little over 10 miles an hour. After these next couple of tractor jobs, this tractor is going to be due for an oil change and then get hooked up to the planter. This job sure makes me grateful for auto steer. Flying through the field at 10 miles an hour while trying to look behind you, in front of you, and steering, that would be a bit too much to handle. Looks like we've got some badger holes out here. That's no good. There's another one. I'm going to have to get this pivot moved out of my way so that I can root slice underneath of where it's parked right now. Badgers, my enemy.
Wow.
They burrow their little tunnels under and either eat or kill the roots of my plants. So there's this radius around where the badger holes are that my plants don't grow. And I don't appreciate that very much. Just like last year, I am running the New York City Marathon with Team Junior Achievement. They work in schools to teach kids financial literacy and entrepreneurial skills, and makes a job like this feel pretty nice. So with that being said, was I exactly pleased with the purchase price of this tractor?
How I'm upping my lawn game this year. I've been trying to care for my lawn myself, but it's difficult to figure out exactly what it needs. Stare at a million options.
But it cost us $258,000 on top of that, making this tractor $381,000. And it's not even brand new.
No. But when I'm running the tractor, was a really great gift. Thanks, Grant. Since we're root slicing bean stubble, there's not as big of a risk of plugging up as when we're root slicing corn stalks. There's a lot more, I'll say, trash out in the field. There's just a lot more organic material after a corn harvest because it's just naturally a bigger, taller plant with more leaves. So there's a lot less risk of plugging up, which is good because I can't really see much behind me. I'm going basically off sound and feel. With the rising cost of diesel fuel, you might be asking yourself, Laura, if you're so concerned with diesel fuel prices, why are we sitting in a tractor burning diesel? It's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. It is because the pass that we're doing right now, root slicing, we have a little basket that's chopping. There's blades going along the row of old bean stubble like this. Then there's 2 V discs that are running along and pulling out the root ball. And then there's an additional rolling basket on the back that's kind of flattening out and breaking up any chunks that were left over when we pulled out that root ball. This is an Orthman. I believe it's called a stock chopper, but you can call it a root slicer or a stumper. Really depends. And then we've got some Strobel rolling baskets on the back. And this set of 3 things that goes over our pass is what we have found works out the best for us to prepare our strip for planting. Because our goal in planting is to get even seed placement and depth across the entire field. Because we're trying to raise a crop as most efficiently as we can with the acres that we have. So this step of preparation is vitally important. If, let's say, we're burning on average about 10 gallons of diesel fuel an hour doing this job.
Holy shit.
And at buying bulk diesel prices at about $4 right now, it's $40 an hour just in fuel costs that we're burning. That's not counting my time or just the general wear and tear on the tractor itself. However, if doing this pass means that we can raise 10 bushels an acre better of a crop, That's an extra $100 per acre that we're earning off of this field, which more than covers the fuel and tractor maintenance costs. And really, as a farmer or any kind of business owner, those are the kind of questions that you have to be weighing in your mind every single day. Is the job that I'm doing right now and the costs associated with it, in the end, is that going to outweigh in the profit that I can make from this decision?
Okay, I admit it, I finally caved because I kept seeing these all over my feed. It comes as a 2-pack and you literally just slide it over your bit. It instantly turns the whole screwdriver into a super magnet so you can finally stop chasing drop screws across the floor. Honestly, I thought it was just another fake internet gadget or some cheap camera trick, but then I tested it in the garage and wow, it is no joke. Look at that hold. It is rock
Yeah, they were
solid.
advertising
If you were
one
on the fence,
that puts threads inside and outside PVC. Pretty cool.
So it seems like a really simple job, but man, is there a lot to be thinking about. And of course, our goal is always not to break anything, because breaking something on a tractor or an implement like this, that's pretty expensive. And also to get this job done in the time that we have given. It's beautiful weather outside right now. I want to take as much advantage of it as possible because, frankly, it's Nebraska. Who knows what tomorrow might bring. Root slicing was one of the very first jobs that my dad entrusted me to do by myself in a tractor. And I remember that day, I felt so independent and accomplished because I was sitting in a tractor running a piece of equipment all by myself. Now, Dad was in the field with me. In fact, he was driving his pickup truck right alongside me the whole time that I was doing it. But it just felt like one of those moments where I was like, I'm doing it. I'm really a farmer. I'm really driving a tractor. And I have to say, even, let's see, 7 years later, I have not lost that feeling. Sitting in a tractor cab doing a job like this, it might seem like it would get boring after a while, but it really does not. It just feels like this privilege and honor. And usually after being cooped up inside all winter long, I just am so grateful to be out in a tractor cab. I have 2 different screens that I can look at. This shows a really interesting above view of my tractor going through the field. I can toggle over here and see way more information about everything on the tractor. Here's all my hydraulic remotes. Here's my 3-point. That's what the root slicer is actually hooked up to. You can see my fuel counters. You can see the little screen right there. I can see my transmission and what speeds I have them set, how much engine power I'm using. It's really cool. As I'm sitting here in the tractor, I have the chance to reflect on all the other farming operations that Grit and I have had the chance to tour.
She's got a screen now show her the stuff she's already done and what she didn't get
what's
done.
so incredible about farming is at the end of the day, we're all doing the same thing, right? We are trying to raise a crop and sell it for a good price, enough that we can pay off all of our expenses and then farm again the next year. Whether that is corn or cotton or edible beans or whatever you're growing, that is the goal. But there's so many different methods to achieve that end result, and it is so location dependent. It depends on what kind of equipment you have access to. What are your field sizes? What have your ancestors done? Do you have irrigation? What kind of soil type do you have? What crop are you growing? And so while this works best for us, this might not work on a farm in Australia. And being able to go down to Australia.
Okay. You're getting a little long-winded now.
The Chevy Equinox is more than an SUV. It's your tour guide and your boxing ring. It's your dugout.
Here. Plot point number 2. Okay, this is a drive shaft.
Boy, there's a lot of shit to go on with these irrigators.
That is not supposed to wiggle like that.
No.
We've got a snapped off old U-joint there, which means that gearbox is bad. And this one was trying so hard to turn it, ended up breaking this one too. So before we can get back in the tractor, we've got some repairs we need to do. Usually I pick these things up by myself to prove to Grant that I am strong, but I think I'm going to accept his help today.
You want the heavy end or the heavy end?
How about you take the heavy end? I'll take the heavy end.
Okay.
Oh, wow, this is actually so much easier when there's two people. While I never like to see pivot breakdowns, they're kind of the worst, and they always happen at the most inconvenient times. Times like this where I'm so grateful to be partnered up with a company like UMC, because they ensure that we never run out of replacement pivot parts. And so far, over the last, 3 or 4 years, every part that we have replaced with something new from UMC, we haven't ever had a problem with. Grant and I have changed more than our fair share of gearboxes, center drives, and pivot tires together. That being said, we kind of have it down to a science. First step is to take off the infected tire, move it to the side, remove the gearbox, replace the
And they don't use Nevises.
old gearbox with the new gearbox.
Boggles my
Put the
mind.
new joints on, put the tire back on, and make sure everything is torqued to spec. AKA, just zap it down until we can't stand the sound of the impact anymore. And of course, before we can do any of that, we've got to use one of the more dangerous tools on the farm, which is our handyman jack. That's what we use to actually lift the tire up off the ground and then let the pivot down when we're done. 54-inch farm jack. Getting this tire up off the ground. All things considered, can't really complain about this because I don't think we will ever get a nicer day or better conditions to be dealing with this.
Get the tray.
I've got pink gloves today.
Oh, I really screwed up.
Is the thing on the thing?
You should have jack stand.
If I get in there.
That's tough.
Yeah.
This is the first pivot repair of 2026. We're a little bit rusty.
So when I pull this out at the camping grounds, usually everybody's like, what the heck is that? And then by the end of the trip, they're thanking me. This is a solar bug zapper that covers 1 acre. That's right. So you put this outside of the campgrounds or outside of your house, which I have one for my house and outside the
Interesting.
That gearbox is a little rusty.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what the state of this U-joint is. I can't imagine it's very nice. Those are heavy. Out with the old, in with the new.
No way. Look, there's no plug in it. That's why I went out.
I think we found our problem. Here's the old one. No plug, so all our gear oil just drained right out.
The new one's got a plug in the
New one, it's a very important part of how a gearbox works. The whole thing is kind of keeping the oil inside. We pulled off the old gearbox and easily replaced it with a new UMC one. They make gearboxes for pretty much every pivot setup, which
I would
makes
have
this
checked
a
the
really
oil
easy
level.
swap. One of the things I really like is how straightforward everything is to install. especially when you pair the gearbox with their CX couplers with U-joints. They come pre-assembled and only take one tool to install. Once we get this all bolted back up and get the wheel back on, we will be good to go and ready to move the pivot again. Look at that shiny new gearbox, all hooked up with the new U-joint.
That might have been the smoothest gearbox change ever. It's so nice when you're working with brand new parts. Just slap it all together and it works.
It's great when you get to use the tools that you have and everything just slides together nicely. Which would be the opposite of what this U-joint is. That thing is crusty, dusty, rusty, broke apart, and now we get to put a new one on. There's a link in the description below for more information, and we are so grateful for UMC's continued support of the channel and our farm.
As a kid, when we were out here doing this, Dad would always save all of these little bolts. I mean, like, these things cost money. And we'd reuse them from one pivot to the next. And we have a little bucket full of them. They're all rusty and full of mud. But these things are so much better. It's just big bolts. And you don't even have to have a wrench on one side. These CX couplers are where it's at. If you work on pivots, you need these. Now, hopefully, this fixes our pivot problem and we can actually get this thing to move and get back to work in the tractor.
Everyone has free offers on the latest phones, but T-Mobile gives you a lot more. T-Mobile families save over $3,700 versus the other big guys, and our experience plans include amazing benefits, plus our 5-year price guarantee. Switch to T-Mobile and save on a big scale.
What are you talking about?
Never drive off immediately after filling your tank. What happens in those first few minutes is the reason your gas disappears so fast. If you own a car made after 2000...
Put you to sleep yet?
Even our pumps run on diesel. This is how we pump water on our field. Here's a big diesel tank. Low sulfur diesel. Luckily, I filled this thing up after irrigation season last year, so it's all full. Right now, I'm just moving the pivot out of Laura's way. This big irrigation machine runs on electricity generated by that diesel engine. And as you can see, Laura is making her way up to the pivot, so we need to get it out of the way.
All right, we're looking for movement here. Let me know if you see anything. Yay! It's moving! That is great for the program. Now we can get back to work in the tractor and finish this field. And there's the proof of our fix. Going strong. Shouldn't ever have to come back out here. The pivot is out of our way enough. We can finally get back to it and finish up this field. Going to idle up, make sure our auto steer is still on. It has warmed up considerably outside. This turned into a nice hot day. I wonder what the summer weather is going to be like for us here in Nebraska. Get all lined up, and it is time to get back to it after that unplanned delay there. Is that not farming, though? Unplanned delays? Let's get some dust flying behind us. Much better. I'm definitely looking ahead of me to make sure there's no obstacles or things I'm going to hit in my way. I'm looking, I'd say behind me, but mostly side to side to make sure I haven't plugged up. Can't really see much out that side. And then as we come through this draw, I'm sure to slow down so I don't slam the implement through it. And then speed back up as we're going up the hill. Whew. Can really feel the tractor start to idle up when I do that. Of course, keeping an eye on my monitor here, making sure we don't have any codes that are thrown, making sure everything's operating in normal range. Not a bad way to spend an afternoon. I can't complain, especially now that the pivot's out of the way. I love watching the springs work on each of the units. They are just in constant little motion back there. We actually have quite a few Orthman products, and it is just so evident how much thought they put into their implements. They're really impressive. I was looking ahead and noticed a particularly thick line of soybean stalks, and so I figured I better stop and just look behind me because the dust was swirling so bad. And what do you know?
Diabetes isn't a death sentence, but it is absolutely a life sentence. After the
Oh,
meeting
how
with
nice.
problems for my wife and son, my wife came back. She was 10 feet tall. She felt like we had a powerful advocate on our side. Thank you, Senator Collins. Please continue delivering for T1 families.
28 degrees.
How I'm upping my lawn game this year. I've been trying to care for my
Computer
lawn
says
myself, but it's difficult to
27.
figure out exactly
We're
what it
going down to
needs.
15. 71 in here.
A plug.
Going to do biscuits in the
good.
morning.
Just a extra amount of stubble. See where we were dragging. I'm gonna have to take care of that. I bet the combine plugged up here too, and so it was just pushing all these stalks over. This is definitely going to cause us some problems. Yet another reason why harvest and planting are so important, because we keep farming the same fields over and over and over. So if you make a mistake in one season, usually follows you around to all the rest. Starting to slowly see the gaps filled in. We are almost done with this job in this field. I'm not really sure where this came from, but would hate to run over that with the planter. That's a big log. Setup is looking pretty good. Still rolling right along. Speaking of diesel prices and the fact that not only our tractors and just about everything we deal with every single day runs on diesel, our pivots run on diesel too.
Road chicken.
And it looks like Grant shut it off already for me. So that was really nice of him.
Well, holding a nasty rooster.
Needs to shut off. Not burning anymore. All that's left is to do the end rows, and this field will be done.
That's something.
We got the field done, made it back to the shop, and now tractor is due for an oil change before our next job. While diesel prices are steadily increasing every single day, and there's really nothing we can do about it, the farm must go on. We really have no choice but to pay those prices and do our best to grow the best crop that we can with what we're given. And right now, that's high diesel prices. And unfortunately, farmers aren't the only one who are facing these costs.
All the neighbors.
It's everybody else too. It's truckers. It's you shopping at the grocery store, trying to fill up your car. But I just wanted to say that here on the farm, we're going to keep doing our best and hope that you do too.
Fucking change the oil in that thing. I bet well over 200, 300 oil filter.
And really enjoy
$300, $400.
Wonderful day. I'm so glad the weather is
I used to put my drain oil right inside the diesel fuel.
Bye.
Put a couple quarts in there when I filled up. What time is it? We'll go another 20 minutes. Maybe someone else will stop by. What are the chances? You got to go check that other video I put up. To make sure you get paid. Rhonda was the only one that made a comment. You want to watch this? Dealership quoted him $8,600. We got a Utah video for tomorrow. I'm not playing that tonight. We did that one. We did that one. That one. Let's do this one. I don't know about this guy, so we'll have to give him a chance. Yeah, someone there. No way. Hey, how are you doing?
I built a fake dumpster with a hidden camper inside of it simply because I wanted to stealth camp.
Okay. How the hell are you, Ben? Man, we seen 106 degrees in Oklahoma. You doing all right? No, MJ was just in here. 94 degrees yesterday, 50 degrees today. Cape Cod, 4 feet of snow a couple of weeks ago. You heard me right, 4 feet. Well, it's good to see you. How have you been?
Overnight inside of it without getting caught. Sadly, I failed when I got caught by this guy. As he broke in, I was surprised to hear myself make a sound that I've never made before. I walked away with trauma and a new understanding of the dumpster's biggest weaknesses. So in this video, I'm going to fix them all, hoping the upgrades help me survive overnight on one of LA's busiest, most chaotic sidewalks, the Hollywood Walk of
Outside
Fame.
wedding.
One simple goal: don't get
Mom is always got to get stressed, man.
What if
You're just being a mama.
What if a garbage truck picks up the dumpster? Will people notice the homemade surveillance cameras? Do I need to be in disguise to mount those surveillance cameras? And what happens if someone finds every single one of those cameras? Please watch till the end to find out. This is
We get the weather from the Oppenheimer ranch.
The wheels are still messed up. I don't know if it's gonna get in the trailer.
I seen Oklahoma in there. I was like, holy shit. Remember, it's March.
New Nissan. You gotta put it through its paces.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event featuring Rogue, Pathfinder, and Frontier. Nissan, #1 in new vehicle quality.
Nice. You must be real proud.
It's time for Dumpster V2. But Preston, what's wrong with it? Front wheel broken. Skateboards underneath, extremely visible. Cameras in the dumpster, very visible. If I can fix all those things, plus a few upgrades, I think there's a chance that I actually won't get caught. One thing my dumpster doesn't have that all of the other dumpsters in LA do is a lock bar. And unfortunately, that was a huge problem for your boy last time. So yeah, this time I think I'm going to build a lock bar. The best part about all this is because the dumpsters are made so poorly, the worse I make this look, the more believable it is to anybody walking by, and that really benefits.
So, this is a rundown. On March 2nd, $2.65. On March 9th, $3.41. On March 20th, $3.83. So that was the last time I really went. I went into town today, but I didn't. Wow, that's really
almost assaulted.
That's pretty not too bad, man. 383 here for regular.
Every dumpster in Los Angeles County has 4
Oh yeah.
a recycling sticker,
And you know, we're in cold country,
waste management sticker.
so you burn up a lot more gas, you know, just naturally.
Okay, this is from 6 months ago. Let's hard cut to the new one. Did you do it? Dumpster. I hardly know it. We're trying to take down big waste management, one dumpster at a time. Last time I was very clear, don't call this number, okay? And also, like, don't scan the QR codes. Just, I'm warning you, it's a huge mistake. Don't caution.
You want to call it?
Dude sleeping inside that, when startled, makes primal grunting sounds.
Wow.
If you've never been in a fist fight before, just know I haven't either.
Well, I'm confused. Paid a few days ago, and you're at 235. What does that mean? Your gas prices drop?
Last time I hid the cameras in the trash. That was a bad idea because it was the reason I got caught, basically. This time I'm going to cut the dumpster apart and then hide the camera behind the blue steel. Blue steel. We are also upgrading cameras. May I introduce you to this camera? It's way smaller, easier to hide, and unlike the last cameras, this one only has 3 infrared lights, which I covered with duct tape. But will it fit in this little opening? No way. It's a perfect fit. Now I'll just do that again 3 more times.
Oh, before it went up. Yeah, well, I mean, I was more expensive than you before it went up. I mean, it's a tough place. I'm not going to stop whining about it.
Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
2 weeks.
Describe what you want.
Yeah, but them highfalutin people, you know, $80 million, as they start talking and worrying about 80 cents, they wouldn't even pick that up in the street. I don't know what to say. It's getting beautiful. Beautiful country.
Being a YouTuber is really hard.
Yeah, the music going to get me in trouble with this one.
After that humbling moment, I covered the hole with a sticker. I cut out a small opening so the camera could see through, and then went inside the dumpster because it's time to find out if the cameras actually work. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes! I've done this before, obviously, but these cameras are way more stuff. I also put a camera inside the dumpster, so just in case a person somehow makes their way in, they'll be caught in 2K. That's the resolution of this camera. Last time I didn't have live surveillance.
How's everything else going?
I just had this little spy camera that recorded onto an SD card. So this time, I'm going to put a camera in the box, cut out a hole in the lid, put this guy here, camera inside, bada bing, bada boom. I see you now. All right. Does that make sense? Maybe I'll just... Because these cameras are Wi-Fi enabled, I can put one inside the box behind this one-way mirror film so no one can see it. Meanwhile, I'm in my dumpster getting a live feed from that camera. I made 2 of them, and the plan was to put them on telephone poles or something. I will also be replacing the AC unit and changing its location because last time someone shoved a sandwich into the
Where are you thinking of going?
Dumpster problems. It's your first time here. This is not a pizza box. It's the reason I have nightmares at night. That's what it is. Another huge giveaway as to why people didn't think this was a dumpster was because of the electric skateboards mounted underneath the dumpster.
What are you thinking?
I wanted the dumpster to move. But I'm just realizing that I don't have the engineer in mind to make the dumpster move. as well as make the dumpster stealth. So
ain't that more tornado country?
that was so hard. Did I just make that call without really thinking about how that was my favorite feature and how I can't really put the skateboards back on after breaking them off? Yeah, but I didn't want to get caught so bad that I built these stupid fork pockets because all dumpsters have fork pockets. This insane attention to detail naturally bled into my final task.
Prisma Browser, the most secure browser built for the agentic AI era.
Where was Norman, Oklahoma? Ain't that the tornado capital of the country? Ain't that where tinfoil was? Oh, okay. Well, you're gonna be close to these kids, your grandkids. Grandma's got to babysit, you know.
Because history should feel legendary. Dive into
The current wheels in the dumpster are not exact replicas of dumpster wheels. These are, which begs the question, is it worth spending all day lifting up this 700-pound monstrosity to replace each of these individual wheels if people aren't even going to notice? I'm going to notice, so it's worth it. If my YouTube channel had an enemy, I think it would be wheels. If you're new here, that probably makes sense. But
yeah, the actual tornado zone has been moved now. Yeah, Florida and Panhandle's been getting real rough. We haven't seen Alt in a while, but I think this year she had about 3 tornado warnings.
So when the doorbell rang, I'm like,
good.
Someone to show this thing to.
Good. Enjoy your life, man. You know.
So I make YouTube videos. Okay. And I've been building this. This is a dumpster. Okay. On the outside, like, oh, this is a normal dumpster. Look inside.
We watch a channel on here, a guy and gal and 2 dogs, and they travel in an Airstream trailer.
Yeah. Did you want to say hi to the camera? Guys, this is Roger, the best UPS driver in the game. This guy is super cool, has a super cute baby, Flora.
Oh, you and me both.
She is amazing, and then a holder soon.
Oh, you and me both.
Oh, nickname Texas.
You know, I remember like my stress part was, oh, you know, we got to get this oil changed in the Dodge. You know what I mean?
6-inch caster wheels, 2 up-to-code fork pockets, 1 front-loading
Yeah.
bar, and 4 hidden cameras that you.
I get stressed so easy, though. You know what I mean?
I really hope
I'm just a ball of stress.
This guy, it's pretty close, right? Like, sure, we don't have whatever those are, but like,
It's funny, in an emergency, I do pretty good.
I sleep overnight on a Hollywood Boulevard without getting caught. Start spreading the news. We're in Holly Tree.
You getting any smoke from them fires in Oklahoma? I mean, Nebraska?
What's tricky about this is like there's so many more people here compared to Venice Boardwalk, as well as lots of vendors selling stuff to those people. So I tried to find a spot that was out of their way. You could go right here potentially.
Toddler days.
Right there, or like in the doorway. Okay.
Yeah, adulting can be sucked.
Because I don't know if you can see the sign, but it says construction workers only, no public entry. You're walking by and you think, oh wait, that's Spider-Man. No, this is a Raising Cane's that's like under construction. So let's say hypothetically there is a dumpster right here.
The
it would make
pitch.
sense if the construction guys like, oh, we've got a dumpster like right in front of the thing. Like that makes sense.
Pitch tantrums and yell at people to get away, like my.
That's gonna make you feel safe, right? What up, bro? Spider-Man, you want to get in the video?
He's been like doing secret promo for the new Spider-Man movie coming out. It's an exciting
Well,
time. So I found out that
whatever
actually
floats your boat.
this was, and I knew it right when he opened his mouth. This is a private photo.
I kind of slowed down, you know.
This is Vic. You guys might recognize him from a previous video of mine when he played a cop. That's it. You're under arrest. Why?
She's a mess.
This is for you. Here we go.
This could easily go for 3K in LA.
Then I told him there were 4 cameras hidden inside the dumpster. You're gonna try and find those.
This isn't even like a bit.
Vic not seeing the cameras gave me a boost in confidence, honestly, in how stealth this dumpster actually was.
That's insane. I can't see your screen from here.
They all get, I think when they turn 2, they get terrible twos, I hear.
I'm not sure if you saw the news, but Fox News is claiming President Trump is declining in the polls. President Trump responded and says Fox News.
Yeah, but she'll learn a lot from Grandma.
Okay, Vic, welcome to your first day at Dumpster. I hardly know her. Our mission basically consists of 3 parts. Step 1, plant hidden cameras on
Oh, no
telephone poles.
kid.
Step 2, roll in the dumpster and leave it outside raising canes that's under construction. Step 3, bring
Does she
pallets
watch
to the
it?
dumpster and place them on either side of it. That way I can get in and out without anybody seeing me.
Oh.
I think through like a bathroom situation, my stomach's been hurting me all day. So if I need to go to the bathroom, I feel like that's gonna be a mission.
Tell you what, this guy does his research. You know what I mean?
Other than that, it felt like things were going abnormally well.
Hollywood will be closed. Yeah, from now for 2 days.
What are the odds that the road is closed this day? Let's park and do a little scout, see what's going on. Right when we got there, Vic immediately walked up to talk to one of the security guards. What do you think?
First of all, I introduced myself as, how you doing? I'm Rick with the union. How you doing, man? I'm Rick. I work with the union. We're supposed to drop off a dumpster over here, but we're wondering, this sidewalk, is it closed for the whole night?
No, they're gonna close, I believe, that side of the street tomorrow.
Okay, so this is open for the whole night.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
The Walk of Fame was open despite the road being closed.
Yeah, we
still
haven't
no
had
idea
no
what event
trouble
they were
with
setting up
ladies.
and
She's
if
been
it
a
might
good
make
girl.
Camping impossible. Hey man, what's happening tonight? That's a Disney movie called Hoppers. Oh yes, Hoppers. Nice. I didn't know that Hoppers.
We do, but she's doesn't.
Which means they're shutting down.
She likes princess stuff and baby shot do do do.
You've gone to
I
Disney
have no
premieres on
idea.
Hollywood Boulevard, correct?
Princess stuff, I guess. Like I don't know. I think they.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh. That sounds like so much more than I want to deal with right now. What do you think we should do? Well, Preston, with the increased security risk, it would probably be better if you came back another day. Rick and Tony!
How you doing?
Despite the added risk, Rick and Tony from the Union began step 1. If we could get cameras up on light poles outside of the event's perimeter, technically, we'd be off their property.
Frozen and Snow White.
We're just gonna be right here. So sorry. I cautiously climbed at the ladder.
Well, I guess that was a big deal for all kids, though, wasn't it?
I was just praying that nobody was noticing this. It did kind of seem
Don't go nowhere. I need a few minutes.
So I finished up in a hurry and we headed to the
Good to
next
see you, man. I'm glad you stopped in. MJ was
you said it's 5G.
He just went to
don't
play
think it was the worst cover story I've ever heard, and there's no world where I was ever going to say that. We're from LA County. It's at least 5G units. The vendor that asked me this question was the guy right here cooking corn and hot dogs. And unfortunately, his station is directly in front of where I'm planning on putting the dumpster. Cameras are locked and loaded, baby. Yeah.
That was our fellow union worker.
Now that the cameras are locked, it may be a little weird that the 5G guys roll in with a dumpster.
Yeah, but who said 5G guys don't need to throw stuff out?
Whatever that means. Hey, Evan Preston here. If you've enjoyed the video so far, it would mean so much if you consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 2 million subscribers by the end of the year. If you could help me do it, it would mean so much. Okay, bye. Step 2, roll the dumpster all the way down the very narrow, very crowded Hollywood Walk of Fame to a place where dumpsters technically aren't supposed to be. What could go wrong? Excuse me, guys. We're gonna come right through here. Kate's. The gentleman that was yelling at us was this guy right here, another suspicious vendor.
Come and get some
But
patty?
honestly, I didn't pay much attention to him because I started realizing that there was no way our dumpster would fit between the road closed sign and stairs. So sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's just been basically her and I now.
Underneath the stairs, and before long,
My buddy got a new job, and
in front of Raising Cane's.
he ain't coming around much. But we're doing all right.
It's your Chevy Equinox EV, going further on full charge.
You still doing what is it called? What app? You still selling jewelry?
But with all the foot traffic, we were still unsure if we'd get away with actually parking it here. So we parked and waited for someone to tell us to move. Remember the security guard Vic talked to right when we got here? Let's just say he never showed up.
I had a lady or a man wait on me today with a beard at the grocery store. Her name was Beverly with a beard. Whatnot.
After waiting for the crowd to die down, we both grabbed a pallet. The plan was to put one on each side of the dumpster so I could enter and exit without
Nice.
being
You
seen.
selling?
Set them down under the stairs so we could plan out my entry into the dumpster. I'm talking boy behind me has been super observant, so just putting on a blast, just let me know.
You've been business been pretty good.
The pallets might actually draw too much attention. Why don't you just hop in? Why don't you just pretend like you're about to do some work on the inside? The fear was that if I did get caught in this moment, that the video would be over before I even started.
Is this a good time at night to get you to come in?
Door to not draw too much attention on
Stop
us.
selling silver jewelry.
Waiting for the perfect moment.
Oh, yeah.
Just climb in there.
Yeah.
I'm in. There's so many people walking by me right now. This is so crazy. That was
Really good month last month.
My bag
Slow right now.
Snacks in the back of the truck. I'm so sorry. Vic graciously headed back to the truck, grabbed my bag of snacks, and brought them back to me. But in order for me not to get out, I lifted up the floor and dropped Vic the key to the lock bar so he could unlock the top and drop my bag through the pizza box. Now go to the left side of the dumpster. There should be a lock. You're going to pull the whole lock assembly off of the bracket.
Well, I guess it's like that all over. Is this a good time at night?
I think you leave it unlocked. I just want to acknowledge that was the worst possible decision I could have ever made. Transfer, baby. I had no business being that confident. Thank you, sir. Hey, get it.
Oh, I am.
Get it. I'm out of here. I hate Hollywood.
I went to the Navajo flea market in Farmington. A lot of Navajo people looked at my stuff and they said, "How much?" I said, "Make an offer."
And said that they would keep me safe by looking over me.
Oh.
She said, put it on the wall. I don't know if I've introduced you.
Well, at least they showed me.
This is my friend Charlie, best man at my wedding, also co-founder of Good Wifes. We became friends back in 2017 when I guess both of our career dreams were kind of still at the beginning. I wanted to be a YouTuber and he wanted to sell his flushable butt wipes at places like Walmart. And yeah, over the past 9 years, we've been friends and I have watched him just work so hard at making his dream come true. Charlie has been someone in my life that has really taught me how to persevere and how to have self-discipline, which is why I am so excited to say that Good Wifes just launched Fragrance Free, which is my personal favorite, and the best part is it's exclusively available at Walmart.
Matt from Matt and Kimba. I don't know Matt and Kimba. Matt, what was his name? Matt what? He smoked pot all the time on the show. Matt Man. I haven't seen him in so long. And Dr. Vale, he started posting, or I ran into one of his videos, and I subbed to him again. And I invited him to come in. He has never showed up. We all right. Matt Man, I don't know. Matrix Man. That's the one that smokes a lot of reefer.
Here's a fun one. Guys, pretend like you're holding up the building.
I really wish I had a smoking partner, man. I really like to smoke, but don't like smoking alone. I do once in a while. Lady ain't a very good guitar harmonica singer, so I don't play much anymore. I haven't picked them harmonicas up in over a month.
What does that mean? Go to Walmart, buy a pack of Good Wife, text your receipt to the link in the description, and you will be reimbursed within a couple days. No catch. It would just mean so much if you could support my friend. Your love will thank you. Trust me. I'm also realizing that was a pretty bold move, me asking Vic to unlock the dumpster. I think I just want to prove it to myself and to you that I cannot get caught even when the dumpster's open. Spider-Man. So the rules of this game are pretty simple. If someone recognizes the dumpster from the last video, that's friendly fire. The game continues. If someone opens the pizza box, I lose. Make it till sunrise, and I win. Let the games begin. Hey, Spider-Man. Remember when we took that photo together the other day? We're all here. Oh, hey, Captain Hook. Hey, Captain Hook. Oh, Captain Hook and Spider-Man. They're friends. Captain Hook's a woman. They're leaning on the dumpster right now.
Oh, my. I'll never forget that. I don't think I ever will. Getting old, though, makes me wonder what I can remember and can't remember. But I'll never forget your lawn.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Oh my gosh. I thought that was it. I thought he was gonna jump in the dumpster. But all in all, it felt like people believed this was a real dumpster. Or so I thought.
I had this rolled, right? I smoked this maybe a month or two ago. Right? It's been sitting here. It's ridiculous. I mean, I just don't smoke.
All the other vendors. As I tried to figure out what the grilled corn guy was telling him, all of a sudden,
Big fatty plants, yeah. This was something. The deer got to this plant. Only one plant came up out there in the wild. But I tell you something, the buzz on this was really nice. You might laugh at it, because they're not really buds. Where are you? They're not really like buds like, other people grow. They look like moose turds. I can squash this right up. But what a nice buzz. Very relaxing. Yeah. Believe me, I'd had that out since Monday night. You're going to smoke. You got to smoke tonight. You got to smoke tonight. And I do. I feel better after I do it. It's just getting myself to do it. I don't know what the fuck is wrong. It almost scares me. I'm dead serious. Not the smoking pot, the pot that I just don't smoke.
The Hollywood Boulevard Avengers had assembled, and all I was thinking was, they're gonna kill me. Chewbacca's gonna kill me tonight. This is how I die.
Well,
Okay, what do I do? before I had time to think, the mob boss showed up.
You were that
Not
way
just
with
a
food.
security guard, but the exact same one Vic talked to earlier that day.
What, you weren't eating?
Safe Life can do it all.
Boy, I need that.
Calibrate anywhere you want. Go to safelight.com.
I'm 40 pounds, easily 40 pounds overweight. And it's getting fat.
So much more when you join today.
I'm bringing my other hat.
I'm bringing pep talk.
Oh. I really don't eat much.
So, you in? Join the club today. Get all the perks with
I bought a pre-cooked chicken, and I ate half the breast for lunch, if you want to call it lunch. And then tonight I put it between a baguette, a little piece of baguette. And that was it. I had 2 eggs this morning. I don't eat a lot, but I ain't getting no exercise. I ain't doing nothing.
All I could think about was everything Michelle and Garrett told me on the phone.
Still overweight, not eating.
And how I didn't want to deal with
Yeah, I mean, I'm so depressed about the guy. And
no one has found me. I don't know how much longer I've got here, guys. Brother, they're freaking out. They're freaking out. Dude, the bald guy, he found every camera, and I've been surrounded like 3 separate times. He's back. He's back. He's back. I knew he was ignored. Bro.
Yeah, I'll get
I don't know how much longer I'm going to survive out here.
I'll get a couple days out of it easy. It wasn't that big, but
Someone opens the pizza box. Seconds after saying
I hadn't bought one of them in a very long time. And then the supermarket was right in front of my face.
No way. I gotta go. It's me. How did you find me? How did I find you? I saw your other video. No way. Bro, I've been out here for like 30 minutes. And they're already on to me. Yeah, no, the security guard was about to come talk to me. I'm not.
Yeah, I hope it is a good thing, too. I don't even think of that.
I don't know. I still think that sounds kind of convenient. But anyway, I gotta get back to work. Have a good one. Okay. Have I been caught? Was I just caught? I think I was caught. Is the video over? That mob boss isn't going to stop me. I'm going to stay here all night, and no one is going
All
to
day, hard labor.
pizza box.
So I burn off, but eat lots.
Was never coming back. And
Yeah, I don't.
I hopped on Instagram Live, told everyone I was in the dumpster. The very first response I got was, "My mom, hey mom, I can really see."
I'm low on energy. I
Thanks, Mom. My mom
went to the grocery store today, and I threw the ball for Lady a couple times. I mean,
that sounds awesome. How's the baby doing? Baby's doing awesome. Room tour.
I used to take Buddy down to the boat ramp.
Can I get a shout out? What's up?
And one of the last times we were walking down there, some fucking car came right at us. It's only 20 miles an hour. Came right at us, crossed the white line, and it was a fat area of parking. I mean, that fucker just missed us. And then that was about it, walking down there.
As I sat there, I honestly felt pretty calm because if he hadn't found the pizza box by now, there was absolutely
4 to 5 meals. I'll get 2 to 3 on this one. I don't know how big your chickens are. Mine are real small.
You're a good guy. What's your name?
It's a good thing. Good thing they almost missed us. I don't know what you're saying. But I was just like, I heard story of a mother and 2 kids got run over.
I couldn't help but feel kind of upset at him.
Hey, good for you. You already back? Look who's in your house. You haven't seen her in a while.
I bet you do. I mean, you're out here hustling. Like, this is a job. Well, I'm with him. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just me that I have before. Oh, I'm sorry. I ran a room over here because this is what I do to support myself. It helps me stay out of trouble. Yeah. But I have a fiance. She's in Philippines. Oh, no way. Oh, cool. When you go back over there, maybe get them a amazing. That's awesome. I love that. My wife just had a baby. Our first. Yeah, she's like, this is Shane. Turns out he is not the mob boss of Hollywood like I thought he was. He explained how he
Well, good for you
at the end of the night,
on winning the game.
the whole thing, which is why he went straight for the pizza box in the end. But But yeah, it's just so funny how easy it is to build entire opinions about strangers as we hide in our safe little boxes behind screens.
I'll be right back.
Only once we step out of that and start really getting to know people, that's when the person you thought you would like actually ends up being a pretty nice guy.
Come on, lady.
Toilet paper is my enemy. I'm on a mission to convert people from TP to good wise for much better, cleaner. Lazy feels so good. You want to file free? Hit it. Roughly 37% of violence qualifies. To 40 returns only. This is taxes.
Make your browser fast. Make your browser safe. Make your browser Chrome. Choose Google Chrome for your computer.
Temperature's dropping here. Elk. Oh, I miss so much. LinkedIn is acting up. Won't let me upload a video. Well, I think that's the best thing for you. I mean, it seems like every suggestion I give you is healthy. But if you haven't seen it yet, if you order between the 31st, you can get $36 or $39 a month unlimited on Starlink. I want to change my granny name for Nini to How cool is that? Ooh, elk. I don't know what you mean by the elk. There was something elk on here. Yeah, Oppenheimer Ranch. If you go to his channel and you click on it, you can get it for 30, and that's 100 megabytes download, 80 to 100 megabytes, and it's 10 to or 15 to 25 upload. And you should really think about it. Oh, Leslie saw an elk. Oh, no way. I see the comment. Man, I'm not used to all these comments. Usually it's just Leslie all day. Jules stops in once in a while. But it's all good. Gives me something, make me feel like I'm worthy of something. But yeah, I'll get that Oppenheimer Ranch for you if you didn't see it. I don't know what you're paying for cable. My fucking cable's going up, and it's ridiculous. Oh, you get all the stuff for free, though. Supposedly, you get the antenna, you get the mount, you get the Wi-Fi thing, you get and I'll tell you something. We were talking about AI. I called the number. Anyone wants a number, it should be in here. Where'd it go? Here you go. Well, I mean, you do whatever you want. I'm just fed up with it. You know, I'm fed up with it. Today, Leslie and MJ were buffering. I wasn't.
Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a magnetic excursion update Thursday, March 26, around 10 p.m. Mountain Time, 2026.
I'll get you the link.
We did have an M flare from active region 4403. Should be a coronal mass ejection is headed away from the Earth. We also had a backside eruption, so we're going to be keeping a close eye on the sun as things are, well, spicing up. Take a look at this. Astronomers say,
Boy, we had a bad night of radio last night. It was terrible. So this is going to take a little while to load, but I will put it in chat. I don't think they're going to throttle you back on here. And see at the top, you are using a reference code. $39 a month until the 31st. After it's going up. No upfront cost. You get all the equipment. I did. Let's see what happens. See, this is now $39 a month. Unlimited data. I don't know why they say good Wi-Fi. Reliable for-the-home internet. Says seamless connectivity. So that's what I went with. Yeah, I mean, you know, these data centers they're building, they're horrible. They use electricity. The fucking state's letting the people raise their electric bills to pay for the electricity that these AI centers are going to use. Number two, they use so much water. It's unbelievable how much water they use. So I'll put this in chat. You can go look it over if you want. Oh, I think it's total bullshit. And the big beautiful bill, you know, again, I'm not criticizing nobody. I don't vote. But that big beautiful bill, I think they $33 billion to these people. It is. It is. And some people are paying outrageous amounts. I think I'm right around 17 cents a kilowatt. But I really don't do a whole lot. Refrigerator, electric water heater, this light, it's usually always burning. One of these computers are working. I shut everything off at night and I go work ham radio. And that really doesn't draw a whole lot. When I key up, I'm keying up 450, 500 watts, but I'm only talking like 3 or 4 seconds. It ain't like I key down for an hour. I don't know. Go check it out. I think you want to act on it quickly, though. Is there going to be another deal? Yeah, there might be another deal. I mean, $50. That $50 plan was $80. That was $80, and I says no. And another nice thing about it, well, is electric. You're absolutely right. I didn't think of that. That's a pretty big motor on there. Oh, has it been that long? Well, it's about 10 days. So I tried some drain cleaner. That did nothing. In the end cap, I don't know if you ever seen a sewer end cap. It's got a brass cover on it. Well, I pulled that off, man. What a shower of shit I got. Meanwhile, I'm in this crawl space, hating every minute of it, being because claustrophobic. But I ain't got nobody to help. So what I did was I got this real stiff hose. It's not garden hose, it's thicker. It's heavy, it's fire hose actually for the Forest Service. And I put an end on it and I pushed it down that line. And when it stopped, I couldn't really push too hard because it does flex. But I kept pushing over and over and over and over and over. And I said, that son of a bitch is frozen up. So what I did was I put the sewer cap back on. I ran water in a pan till it got real hot in the bathtub. And then I ran my hot water with this 5 below zero salt. And that was probably 1 o'clock after I did my morning live stream. And about 11 o'clock at night, I was on radio and I yelled, loop, 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 loop. I got up immediately. I turned all the hot water faucets on, and it's been good. I thank you for asking because it was a very, very stressful time for me. I just, a lot of times I just want to give up. Why did it freeze? Because I was waking up at 60 degrees in here. And fucking people would tell me, oh, that's plenty warm. I'm like, what are you, an asshole or a moron? Come and live in this house at 60 degrees. No, it wasn't. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the house. I did this about 7, 8 years ago. I had the same issue. It wasn't quite as bad. But I realized I got to keep this house when we go into single digits at 70. Now you're seeing 71 in here. I already turned that stove down around 2 o'clock. So I turned it down. But this bag of coal has got so much BTU in it. I guess, which I'm not, this house is kind of weird, man. It's kind of weird. Plus, I'm alone all the time. You get a lonely, cold feeling. But that's what it was. Couldn't keep the house warm enough. It was cold, Man, there were mornings I woke up here. I was so hurt in my joints. And I'm warm under the covers. Don't get me wrong. I'm warm under the covers. But when I get out, and remember, that's saying 71 up here. Down there where I sleep was nowhere near that. I lost another orange tree this year, I think. It froze. So the coal was bad. I got a letter from the CEO of the coal mine saying they were finishing up one mine there, and it was near coal, rocks, and all kinds of shit in it. So anyways, he's going to give me one pallet for free. So I'm waiting for that. I never had so little coal here, Dawn. I only got about 15 bags left. No. Mullen? His name ain't Ray Mullen, is it? Ray Mullen, I grew up, well, I spent some time with him in a band many, many years ago. Man, it was awful miserable in here, you know. And I use the heat pump. There's fucking something wrong with that heat pump. So I get up at 7:30, 8 o'clock if I'm lucky. And 60 degrees in here. And I turn that heat pump on, got it set at 85. And just in this room where we are, you know, 3 hours on a live stream, and you can see it only come up a couple degrees. Yeah, I guess it's better than a kick in the ass, but it just really made me tired. A real tough winter. We got some good snow. I'm not complaining about that. Didn't get as much as I like. I don't know who you're talking about makes steel guitar, but if his name's Ray Mullen, I know him, MJ. Yeah. Well, I think it was a federal program before Trump got rid of it. It was, I think, from that LIHEAP program. I really don't care for it for a heater. Then be other days I turn that thing on. I mean, blow out so much hot air, I had to turn it off in a few minutes. But it's a very good, very, very good air conditioning. Very good. I remember Buddy and I one night, it was 93 in here at 11 o'clock. And I had to close the windows. We get a lot of traffic noise. Yeah, other than that, I just seem like I'm really down on energy. I am busy most of the day, you know, doing something. I did a couple videos on my coal ash. You can see all the rocks and shit in the coal. Man, 11 o'clock at night, I filled that thing up. I got the thermostat set. I wake up in the morning freezing. Fucking all the coal burnt. All the coal's burnt, but didn't put no heat out. So you go check them out on my other channel if you want to see them. You know, we all got our issues, you know. Yeah, but I don't know what it is. Unless it's 5G or the chemtrails. This is the worst year I ever felt this way, I'm telling you. I know I turned 68 this year. So I'm on my way to 70 pretty soon. Yeah, I know that's got something to do with it. Maybe. You might be right. I mean, you go back 5-6 years ago when they were introducing that, and when we were watching all kinds of videos on what it's supposed to do to us. I got rid of Wi-Fi in here, and I got everything hardwired. And that's what I was telling you when I called the 800 number. A girl came on, and she was AI, but boy, it was kind of tough to tell she wasn't AI. And I asked her a couple questions. One of them, I don't have a smartphone. She said, you don't need one. And you're just turning 60 though, ain't you? Boy, get it done now, girl. The difference between I was 60 and 68 has been a long, long time. Well, I think, you know, if you go back when we had the big room in here and people would just tell me to sell and move. Well, I'm still going to go see my family, and that's kind of important to me. You know, Mom got Alzheimer's, and where she lived, they'd come in and put your router and shit in your little tiny apartment too. You know, like not tiny, but wasn't a very big apartment. And I sat in their house one day when I had my my smartphone, and I did a search on how many Wi-Fis I could get, and it was like 40 of them. And then what was that guy's name from Canada? He drank. Oh my. He drank. He was an older guy. Anyway, he counted 70 one day on my live stream. Hawkeye. Yeah. He counted 70 where he lived, and they were all full strength. So they put in apartment buildings, you're putting in each individual Wi-Fi, And you can lower the power output on them, you know. I don't know if you knew that. If you didn't, you haven't been around here much, because that's what I did when I ran Wi-Fi, is I lowered the power down to 10%. I just don't think it's healthy, especially if you live in an apartment building getting hit with 40 Wi-Fi signals. And that's 24 hours a day. You know, they don't turn them off when they go to bed at night. Hold on, I got my dog. Lady, 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 she's a mighty dog. Mighty, mighty dog. Where you going? Why don't you come up and say hi to me? You're not in trouble, you know. Just when I give you something to eat, don't fucking drop it on the floor. It is. It is. And, you know, they're talking about 6G. I think Americans are really stressed out right now with grocery prices, cars, apartments. You know, I think there's a lot of stress out there. No way. You know, they wanted to do that to me. And I'm like, wait a minute. You didn't even do the test. What do you think? I'm stupid? You're going to cut me open tonight and put stents where? Well, I haven't had no trouble. I got a clean bill of health. Well, some of it anyway. But I got my blood pressure down. I don't know what the cholesterol is. But I'm going to tell you what I do. It's very expensive. A bag of Ghirardelli chocolate, 72% dark chocolate. I eat 5 of them in the morning after my breakfast. In my coffee, I use a half a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 tablespoon of good organic cocoa powder. Not chocolate, cocoa. And I don't know, I've been doing that for a while and my blood pressure been pretty good. But my buddy down in Florida, he just got cancer removed and he's been in the hospital, I think, since Tuesday. And been a good friend. I hope he gets out of it. But I mean, I never thought at my age I'd be in this shape. That's one thing. But I'm glad to do the live stream in the morning. I know many of you aren't up at that hour. You guys are an hour behind me. And Sister Golden here was coming in for a week, about a week straight, but I think that it was too early for her. I thought I know about the money thieving. You told us about it, and we went and found a video. Oh, no way. I didn't know about the toxin. I don't remember the toxin, but I remember you telling me the guy walked off with like $1 million or something. Wasn't it 2 people in the city council? I don't remember that story. That was a little while ago. Dearest Dawn on the movies. The city clerk. Yep. We watched some video on that because I remember that. I found it quite interesting. I found nobody's going to jail, though. Oh, no way. Wow. I hope the police aren't investigating themselves. That usually don't work out well. I watched Brian, I forget the name of his channel. He's got a lot of videos in there, cops beating the shit out of people. And they're not resisting nothing. And then the police does an internal investigation. Turns out to be bullshit, and they usually promote the guy that was an animal. Oh, no way. Here's the deal. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I know you know everybody. Here's the deal. I watch him. He's got some pretty interesting stuff. Yeah, that's so the other one, the manager and the city clerk got a tap on the hand, and now they're going after the mayor and police. You know, I'm going to tell you something. They're human beings, man, and if they can steal, they're going to steal. Oh, it's all over. You know what I mean? It's all over. You know, we watch, man, I'm having trouble tonight, Leslie. Desert horses. And I got a cup from Leslie, a coffee cup. And it says, be good to one another, you know. Let's be good to one another. And we're learning fast how not to be. I don't think that goes for everyone. But I went in that grocery store today, man. I didn't see a smile on anyone's face, man. It was real. I know it's a tough deal, but it's like really, I think it's dragging people down heavy. What's doxed? I don't know what doxed. Small towns. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I go down to Rhode Island, and my friend is being terrorized by these small town cops. And, you know, they're small towns to Rhode Island. For you, it might look like a city. And they hired a couple cops, and they're pulling people over. She opens up McDonald's at 4 o'clock in the morning. She's smoking her cigarette. The fucking cop sneaks up right behind her. She don't know who it is. Yeah, what's a doxed? And then another woman that opens up. The fucking cop got out of his car, parked his car somewhere. Oh, no shit. Wow. Yeah, I learned a new word. See if I remember it in the morning. So this older woman is sitting in her car. The fucking pig goes and pulls in another parking lot and then walks over and walks right up to the woman's fucking window and taps on the window. She about had a heart attack. And the fucking pig's arguing with her. What's your problem? What are you so scared for? What are you hiding? She's in a fucking McDonald's uniform, you communist pig. I think there needs to be police reform in this country. You don't need cops like that around. Oh. I get it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. You know, we got to change within. Some of us do anyway. I'm not a perfect man. But if I was a pig and there was someone in the parking lot, I'd pull right in front of them so they could see me and say, "What are you doing here? I work here. Oh, you can get me a free coffee or some shit like that and have fun with it." Now, scaring up people. But Alex Jones said this shit was going to happen. He said that all that bullshit wars we've been in, Iraq and all that, they're going to hire all them people for pigs. And they're good at shooting little babies, so they won't have mercy. See, the cowards think that if you don't have mercy, you're a real tough guy. That ain't true. A good warrior knows how to love, and a good warrior knows how to kill. That's a true historic fact. But, yeah, I guess everything's going as good as can be. Other than that, I really don't have much more to add. We're always excited seeing you. And if this is the only time you can make it, well, we'll keep doing Friday night. I know Leslie and Sis and MJ was last week. They're all from the West Coast, man. It's 9 o'clock in the morning here. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, I'm tired too. But it was worth staying up a little later. So nice to talk to you. I'm glad everything's going well. Try to stop in once a week if you can. Ain't that something? MJ, I don't think he's here. You should tell MJ that if you see him. He was 94, I think, the other day, and today was 50. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm going to get going. I want to thank you all for your thumbs up and for your great conversation. It's good to get caught up with you guys. Well, Dawn, anyway, I'm pretty caught up with everyone else. And we'll catch you in the morning. You take care, Dawn. Leslie, get some sleep, and MJ. And hooray, we got a championship dart player in the room. Same here. Thank you. It means a lot to me at times, and I don't need a pat on the back all the time, but it's also good to hear that that we ain't pissing in the wind. Have a great day. Have a great night, and we'll see you down the log. I'm trying to be good. That's why I'm living a life of boredom. We'll see you later.